Hi and happy Monday. I am so excited to be here tonight. Do I have something in store for my audience? But before we get this party started, I need you guys to do me a quick favor. I need you to go to my YouTube channel, Tiffany Talks, where real conversations happening. And I'll be so honored when you become a part of the conversation here on Tiffany Talks. If you want to be a guest for Tiffany Talks, just DM me and I'll send you my information over to my team and they will get back to you because and we celebrate people from all different areas and walks of life because if you are hearing my voice, you should just be grateful for to be in the land of the living. So tonight, I am so excited for tonight's guest because it's a common situation and a problem in today's society. Credit, personal credit, finances, something that I feel like, hey, maybe we should take this in high school and teach middle school. So since I believe in legacy building wealth, not only in our community, but in our family, I'm bringing people to this platform that can educate us and inform us on probably things that we don't know. Some might know it and some may not. But however, tonight's guest, she's a credit repair specialist and life strategist. And I'm going to read a little about her. Hold on 1 second. So I'm just trying to, right here. So Miss Domonique Doe, that's who we have tonight. And you can kind of share this video. Miss Dominique Doe is a serial entrepreneur who discovered her gifts through overcoming many obstacles in her life. She is a mother, she's a veteran, financial coach, realtor, motivational speaker, and full-time adventurer who has committed to experiencing life in abundance. Despite life's adversities, Dominique has become extremely acquainted with success. Succeed like you never struggled. I love that. Is one of her daily mantras and serves as her motivation for life. One of her great sayings excuse me, Fitzgerald. It isn't where you come from, it's where you're going that counts. I absolutely agree. I don't want to bore you by keep reading. That's why I bring them on here to tell their own story. But tonight's guest, please welcome to the platform, Miss Dominique Doe. Hey,
Hi.
Dominique.
Hello, Tiffany. Thank you for having me.
Hi. So, Miss Dominique, can you tell us where you from? Like who is Dominique Doe?
So, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I reside now in Atlanta, Georgia. I was raised by Savannah, Georgia, which is a small town called Claxton, Georgia, that you know, made me, as I would say. New York
Mm-hmm.
raised me, Claxton, Georgia made me.
So, so just tell me, you came to Atlanta, you're a mom, you're a veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank
All
you.
these phenomenal things. So we know you're a woman of strength.
Whew.
But how did you even get into talking to people about their credit? What was the most alarming thing that said, I need to do this? This is why.
So the thing that pushed me into the direction of wanting to find something to help people, which would be credit, was when I first moved to Atlanta. Me and my 3 kids, I came, credit jacked up, no money, no nothing to my name. And when you're forced to be put in a situation that you got to come out of, you find ways to come out of it. So I started studying, started researching, started YouTubing, Googling anything that I can do because my credit was denying me from being able to get an apartment, from being able to get loans and stuff, because at the time I didn't have no money or nothing. I couldn't do anything, to assist my kids. So I had to start coming up with other resources to help myself and to help them. So I started Googling and YouTube, and I learned how to fix my own credit.
Mm-hmm.
And I messed it up a million times after that and fixed it all over again. But that's what kind of put me in a position to fix my credit, is just looking at my kids and knowing that, look, I got to do something. I got to do the research, whatever it takes, because people wasn't helping. Like, people were charging a lot of money back then. Even now, credit is one of those things that you may, if it's really cheap, you might not get the job done. But if you find someone that's charging a lot of money, they're going to get the job done. But it's expensive, So
Right.
at the time, I wanted to learn how to do it myself, but people were charging so much money and I didn't have it. And, when I first moved to Atlanta is one of those places that, everybody's intimidated by the new people because they don't know if you're going to take over or whatever the case may be. So a lot of women wasn't willing to just be, helpful.
Collaborative.
And that was
right.
one thing that I kind of stood on moving forward. Like, look, once I start doing this, I am going to be willing to just give people this information, because it took me years to figure it out. So I don't want to leave people hanging, like they're out there trying to figure it out. And sometimes Google don't give you everything. So, you need that extra boost. So that's one of my reasons for wanting to help people, is because I don't want to ever see people in a situation or in a predicament that if I could give them the resources to help them out, they can't come out, so
And
that's what kind of pushed me in that situation, well, to learn credit.
Right. You said some very key factors here, because you said I had to move out of my comfort zone, away from my city, to even understand and go to another whole new city. I don't think people who never did that.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't think people who understand how hard that is. I think I just really understood. It's not like going to college. When you move with your family to a new city, you kind of see what you don't want to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
As an entrepreneur, and I heard you say, that actually made me who I am today, because people was not welcoming. And I'm from the city of Atlanta, but I don't stay there. I stay in a whole nother city, so I can definitely identify today.
Oh no,
like
girl,
coming in a
I
new
mean,
city.
I just touched on the surface, but
I can imagine
another place, no family, no friends, and I had a brother there, but he had his own life, and it's difficult for somebody to uproot themselves and try to fall on someone else and expect them to be there for them when they got their own life, their own issues, their own problems. And I mean, he did what he could do, but at that time, honestly, it wasn't enough for me and my 3 kids. So we were here,
right.
And I know sometimes when my brother hear this story, he gets a little uncomfortable, but it's like, we didn't have anyone. I felt like, it was just me and my kids. So when you just said that, I said, I just touched on the surface, because Lord knows, it was definitely one of the most difficult tasks in my life that I ever did, was just moving off of just faith, because I didn't have no plans. I didn't have no apartment. I didn't have nothing when I first got here. I literally stayed with my brother a week. He let me utilize his car sometimes, but there was times where I had to walk. I remember getting on that bus, and I had never rode the bus before, so I didn't know you have to transition from another bus to another bus. So I only had $2 to my name, and I remember that day because I was going to put an application in for an apartment, and I only had $2 to my name, and I got on the bus off of Pleasant Hill Road and got on the bus, and then it took me to North Cross. Now, that's like, what, 15, 20 miles away? So got off in North Cross at the wrong bus stop, and I had to walk almost 10 miles to the apartment complex because I didn't have no more money,
Wow.
So being in that situation kind of made me who I am today. Like, there's going to be times where you are pushed against the wall, and I'm so glad I'm talking about this, Tiffany. Oh my God, you just don't know what just transpired through my head and through my body.
And and you can stop and
That's
take a
crazy.
breath because I saw the emotions. Because when people sit here and they look at you and they see your victories and your wins, and they don't remember
Hmm.
how many times you had to talk yourself to even
Whew.
get to that point. How many times you cried through the night, or I bet when you was walking. I remember walking with my
Oh yeah,
kids down Sparkman here in Huntsville. I remember it being so I can identify with a little baby in
girl.
my hand wondering what
I
am
just
I
almost had
doing.
to have a
Look,
moment because
those
I'm
are
like, I
human,
forgot those moments until now that I'm
right?
talking
Those
about
are
them. It's
human
like,
moments. That's
and
humility,
so it
though.
just kind of pushed me into a corner. Like, my mom just died in April, and I've been feeling like that's one of the things that I can't move forward from. That it's been, making me feel like, giving up, like completely giving up, losing my mom, my best friend. But saying that I walked those 10 miles just kind of reminded me that, the storm isn't always bad. Although you're in it, it may not be bad. And I mean, me losing my mom, that's a bad thing to me, but it may turn out to be the most beneficial thing that ever happened to me,
Mm.
because it's changing me, obviously. But I just had I don't know, I just took a moment. I'm like, wow, I did do that. Like, so if I can get through that, I know I can mentally get myself to a point to feeling like I need to push through losing my mom. So yeah, thank you for that though. Because that just
No,
kind of
thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing and having a moment of transparency, because I think a lot of times people have this fake reality. Like, the more you want in life, the more you're tried for what you want on
hmm.
every side. And I mean, a lot of stuff resonated when you said it was just me and my kids. It was just me and my kids out here,
Yeah.
doing what we were doing. And I definitely can, that's why I picked you for this show, because I knew you knew
Oh,
what a struggle was, but you still, have to do business. And
absolutely.
how are you doing
Absolutely.
business? How does business look while you're grieving?
Oh,
How does that look?
cool, Lord. So, honestly, my mom died in April. I have been down, not doing anything since then, up to 3 weeks ago. So, about 3 weeks ago is when I had that moment, if that's what you want to call it, and it was like, Dominique. I mean, you do got 3 kids, and you do have a life you have to maintain. So, it's that moment. Like, if you don't get up and start moving, you're gonna lose everything, and everything is gonna fall apart, and your kids are gonna be there to fall apart with you. So
Mm.
it's time for you to get up. So in that moment, I didn't want to, and it still is a struggle every day. I'm not gonna lie, it's a struggle every single day. But I found something that's like helping me, and although I can't sing, it's something that's helping me like sing my way through. So every morning, whether I'm doing it on social media or just in the mirror with myself, I'm singing some type of song that resonate, with what's going on in my life. And it's been getting me up. That's
Mm-hmm.
what's been getting me up. And then, just watching my kids, I realized laying down those months, sitting around, laying down, not doing anything, and, like just letting myself go, it made me realize that, as mothers, we don't realize how much it affects our kids
Mm-hmm.
for them to see us in a state that we feel like we're giving up, or they feel like we're giving up. I saw my kids start to give up, sitting in the
Mm.
room on their phone all day, not wanting to do anything. They're at their game and they're not performing their best.
Mm.
And I'm watching all this, but it didn't dawn on me that I'm the cause for it.
Mm.
So about 3 weeks ago, when I finally got up and my son had a game, he played his heart out in that game. And
Mm.
it was one of the best games that he had ever had. And I knew in that moment that it was definitely because of me saying to myself, all right, Dominique, it's no time to lay down. Like, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what's going on through your mind. And don't get me wrong, there are people out there that cannot tell themselves that and get up and go. And I am that person. I was that person for months. So this is not me saying get up and keep pushing and do whatever you got to. No, this is me saying take your time. When it's time for you to get up out that bed, when it's time for you to say I gotta let this thing go and I gotta keep going, that's gonna be the moment that you realize that you can do it. Because if I tell you to do it and you do it, you're gonna fall right back in that bed. So it has to be you that's willing to be ready and get up out that bed and keep going no matter what it is. Breakups, death, financial problems. I mean, just you being in your mind, because I see now that mental problems are more at the forefront more than
Mm-hmm.
ever. Now it's more of a mental challenge than anything else.
Right.
Anything else. And I'm seeing that across the board, just in the world. So for me, it took me to realize that my world was going to fall apart and that I had three people that was depending on me and I could not fail them. Even if I failed myself, I can't fail them.
And a mother can be so strong,
Whew, girl.
And what are some other, you said music inspired you, because now you have to run a business, you have to run a family, you have to
Girl.
be present for your children, not just be existing but present.
Right.
And what has been some other tools that really inspired you, just to want to
My
go on a healing
clients,
journey?
my clients. I have clients that's been with me for over 10 years, and to see them inboxing me, they're patient. None of them are, blasting me on Facebook. None of them are like being, rude or anything. They're sending encouragement. They're saying, Dominique, we don't see you like this. Like, we want to see the other Dominique, keep going, keep pushing, we're right here. We understand, we got your back. And, like, just those moments of having that support.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them don't even know me in person. You didn't even know me in person, and you sent encouragement. So just those encouraging words still kind of triggered something in my mind that said, all right, Dominique, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. And then I meditate. I meditate a lot now. I get up 5 a.m. every morning and I meditate even if I lay back down. But I get up, I meditate, I
Mm-hmm.
journal. I journal every feeling, because this is the most difficult thing that has ever happened to me, for me to lose my best friend, the only person that I feel like, would support me unconditionally, with no strings attached, and would love me and not be judgmental. So losing your mom, it's just a different feel. Losing your mom, I don't know, and we were close. I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things that really took a big hit on me. And right now, in my mind and in my space, I'm working because I have to, and I'm going to put my all into my business. But right now, I chased the bag all my life. I've chased financial success all my life. I wanted success all my life. It's always been about taking care of my kids. It's always been about having the luxury life that I want and desire. But right now, in my mind and in my space, I just want to enjoy life. I just want to enjoy these moments. I just want to enjoy my kids. I just want to
Mm-hmm.
be able to look in the mirror and just say, good morning, Dominique. And I'm not rushing to try to get dressed to get on the phone with clients or rushing to go show
Mm-hmm.
houses. Like, I just want a moment where I can just really sit in that moment and enjoy life without having so much that I have to do, because the bag isn't so much important to me anymore. And I know we need to make money to survive and to live, but it's not the main priority in my life
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Peace
Right.
and healing is now.
So one of our viewers said the strength of a woman is testifying tonight. Such a powerful message.
Oh, wow.
Also, um, Cheryl said, what is the message you would like to convey to young adults about the importance of credit?
So if I was speaking to young adults, which I'm also working on the ebook right now for teenagers, those going into 17 and 18, is don't ruin your credit. Don't go out there just because you reach 18 and go get phones and, cars and all this stuff. If you can wait, wait. And then I
Mm-hmm.
also say don't even get in debt. Yes, I know, we push credit cards and stuff like that, and they do help in those difficult moments. So I wouldn't even say get credit cards. I would say whatever you can do to wait and hold off on things, do that. If your parents already have credit cards, ask them to add you as an authorized user on their credit cards
Mm-hmm.
so that you can benefit from raising your credit score. Now, I wouldn't give my kids the credit card, of course, but to help them build so that they can become, sufficient in life. Because the goal isn't to get a car or to get your credit, to get a phone or to get the finest, biggest credit card in life. The goal is to get a house, become stable. I know people right now, 21, 22, buying houses right out of college because they took the time to take care of their credit. Now, I know there are some people that cannot wait on credit cards and they need those going to college to help them eat, to help them, put the things in their dorm rooms that they need. So if you are going to get a credit card, I always say go with your bank. If you have a bank that you bank with, go and get a secured card with them and just start building your credit with them. If your mom and dad can add you and give you the card, then that's a good way too. But, those are the best ways to build your credit. Or you can even get a loan on top of your savings account. And it's similar to a credit card, but it's not. It's more like a loan, and you'll make payments towards it, to build your credit. But even when you build it where you're able to get all those other credit cards, just be smart, budget. Always make sure that you're spending what you have in your pocket. You don't want to overspend, and you always want to keep it under. Okay, so I have a problem with the 30% because I was about to say it, but no. I always advise my clients to stay under 18%. Reason being, if you're at 30% or even close to it, you're maxing out. So you want to have room to be able to juggle. You want to have room that if something, an emergency or anything happened, you want to be able to still have room to not be at that maxed out, because that's when your score is going to start to crumble. So.
And also, I don't want to get too deep in, but
oh no, you're fine.
But people can also consult you about business credit, because a lot of people don't even know, when you're in business, it's important to build that from day, like when you start a business, so that you can acquire other things for your business. So also, I'm going to put contact, because that's such a long conversation. I think it's more of a longer conversation than a shorter conversation. But can you give some tips right there, some quick tips for our audience?
Yes.
How you can help in business credit establishing?
First thing when it comes to business credit, this is what I always say: own nothing, control everything. So owning nothing and controlling everything is meaning you're not using your personal credit for anything, and you're solely using your business to control everything. And that's where I'm moving into, and everyone that I'm helping right now, they're moving into that area as well, because personal credit is completely different from business credit. So number one with business, and also I'll give away 10 free business credit ebooks and 10 free credit repair ebooks. So if any of you guys want it, definitely.
Did you hear her? 10 free. She's giving you guys, if you DM her, 10 free, say it again,
10 free business credit ebooks to help you build, tell you exactly what you need to do to build, and then 10 free personal credit ebooks to help you maintain, establish whatever you need to do with your personal credit.
Kendra Butler, she has the first one.
Okay.
Cheryl has the second one. Everybody, y'all better come up on this comment now. If you need that, don't be trying to act brand new, baby, because knowledge is power. I'm sitting here bringing y'all stuff that I struggled with because I understood. You don't have to keep listening me talk. But I work for one of the number one financial institutions, New York Life. And what I know, I get passionate about this, is we as a community don't know about finance as what. Because what did you say? Own nothing. See, we've been taught to own everything. Put your name on everything. Yeah, all right. Yeah, go on and do it. Go on and do it. That's a whole nother con. Go on and do it. But when you have a business, okay.
Tiffany, you just went in, girl. That was good, though.
Because I'm just like, people don't understand why I'm bringing these people. Like, if you learn how to buy it, sell it, or the information behind the scenes, you know how to buy it on the scene.
Absolutely.
Knowledge, information will set you free. And if you don't get free in your finances, it's generational curses, honey. I'm
That
trying
is
to
so
clean up
true.
some stuff. I'm cleaning up junk, generational junk. So I'm just trying to set us free here.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And that's the goal. That's definitely the goal. That
Okay,
is the
Frank.
goal.
Frank said he want one. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Tracy says she wants one. Y'all make sure y'all DM this lady. She said, "Do you recommend being registered for Duns and Bradstreet?" Let's
Yes.
go,
That's the
DMB.
first step. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Get your DUN number. It's free. Get your
Free.
DUN number. It's absolutely free. Do it yourself. If you have me to do it, I charge $125 just to get the DUN number, and I also help you and assist you with setting up your net 30s and 60s and stuff like that. But everything is in this ebook. After the 10, if anyone else want it, it'll be $11. It's not expensive. I'm not trying to break nobody's pockets. I really want to help, but I'm learning now throughout the years that you got to stop giving away. You do.
You do.
And you got to put some value and some worth and with the sense onto you.
Cause didn't you invest in this crap? I just feel like didn't you
Mm-hmm.
invest in? You put time. You
Money,
took
sweat,
classes, and I
tears.
always say the only person that wants something for free is that's not doing anything, that they're not investing in it, because
No,
it's
they're just
it's
gonna get
nothing
it
that
and
you
it's
can
gonna
do in
sit
this
on their
world.
shelf or in
Right.
their computer, and they're never gonna do
Right.
anything.
Right. So I don't want to give too much more. She said, "Look, Miss Cheryl said I stopped giving it away because you didn't get it for free, but she gave you 10 books, 10 books. Whoever the first 10, I'm about to give her information. Y'all better go in these comments so that she can be coming back to see who the first 10." Thank you, Nene said yes. Thank you, Nene. Thank you for all the love tonight. Guys, we gonna get free on this platform. These are real conversations. If everybody in this, who say they need this conversation, because this is a big problem that's holding our communities back.
Oh yes. Oh
It's a
yes.
huge problem.
And I'm
And if
not
we
gonna lie, I was in business almost 5 years before I knew any of this stuff. Because people aren't just giving it out. They're just not giving it to you. So, you gotta I'm giving it. I'm giving it because it's
mm-hmm.
easy, it's attainable, and everyone should have it. And everyone should have it. So it took
it,
me 5 years though, with no help. This is me just grinding and studying and running into people that want to give me bits and pieces of it, but not you know, the whole thing. So, and I don't blame them now that I'm 10 years in. I realize now that they did their research, so why
mm-hmm.
should I give you all my free information if I work and bust my behind to get to where I'm at? So I understand it now, but I'm still on the edge. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm still on that edge of holding the information. I don't think I would be that person. I have people that inbox me sometimes and I just give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the ebook, God bless you, whatever. And those people always come back, get their taxes done. I do their bookkeeping. They want to buy a house. I take them out to show them houses. So I always get it back anyway.
So you're a servant leader. It's safe to say.
Oh yeah.
But Nene said this was a great. She's coming in for another book. I don't know how many that is yet, but we're not at 10. But this was a great show, very informative. And if you guys really love this show and it can change, we could change a generation with information. Please share
Absolutely.
this video, because if you want to say bad credit stops with me, stops with my family. It's not just bad credit, bad finances, not knowing financial literacy, not knowing how to buy things. We are not enslaved anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Our mind's supposed to be free to learn, free to set ourselves free, and the information that we have right at our fingertips. These are the people, the experts
Absolutely.
in these fields, to bring to these platforms to have those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So here go Kendra Butler. Both of you ladies are a blessing to me. Thank
Oh,
you,
thank
Kendra.
you.
I
Love
love you so
you.
much. Yeah, I so appreciate her. We both know her, don't we?
I
Yeah,
love Kendra.
I
Yes.
do. Yeah, I love her. And then Miss Smiley said, "Great show. Financial knowledge is so power. It's so
Oh, it
freeing
is
just to
power. It
know."
is definitely power. But let me tell you what's the most powerful thing that, all of you on here need to know, as well as myself, because I'm learning it now. Well, I learned it a couple years ago, and I'm sure Tiffany knows this too, but when you get into business, when you start your business, I always recommend take yourself through the healing journey first. Find yourself at a place of peace within yourself, of loving yourself, knowing your worth, and just being at a place of loving you. Because if you're not there, it's going to fall into your business, and people are going to see it. You may not even realize that they're seeing this broken person market themselves, but people can see that and they can sense it. So I always say, no, we're never going to be 100% put together, but make sure mentally that you're ready to get into it, and that in 3 weeks or the next month, you're not giving up and then starting back again 30 days later, because that was me. That was me getting in 3 kids, mentally unstable, still pushing myself, taking about a month off, then coming back, like make sure that you're mentally ready, mentally, emotionally, physically. You have to be ready in all those areas. You have to be ready, or you're going to find yourself falling back. And that's another reason why I'm glad I took those months off when my mom died, because I wouldn't have been good for anybody. I would have been pouring heartache and grief and feelings of not feeling enough and feeling of brokenness and abandonment, and all these things would have been on my clients if I would have moved forward and continued to work during those months. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be negative Nancy, on other people, because energies are real.
It's very real. Very real.
So make sure that you're in a place to even pour positivity into people, and you're not pouring the wrong thing. Just because you're giving them what they want, knowledge, your clothing, if you have a boutique, whatever it may be, you're still pouring other stuff into people that you may not even realize. You don't even understand it. So make sure that you are in a place to give yourself in the most positive form and the whole form that you can, because that stuff, it transfers. So it's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're saying some wonderful stuff. And so Cheryl said, you are speaking facts tonight. The key is being mentally, emotionally, and physically stable to start a business, because it does pour out into your business. And you know what I say? Healed people love to collaborate. Y'all, I gave y'all $1 million advice. Healed people. Hey, y'all, I be giving y'all $1 million advice. Healed people will collaborate with you. Listen to what I say. Hurting people don't collaborate.
Oh, no.
Bless people, like my pastor used to say, bless people, bless people. So collaborate with the healed.
Oh, yes.
And you might not be there, but if you want healing, if you want it, I say you already are. You almost there. You got to acknowledge that you want
it. Connect to the source.
Connect to the positivity.
Show you exactly what needs to be done. And it may not be exactly in their way, but they can pour things into you that say, this is how you get started.
Right.
So you're absolutely right about that. Staying connected.
You done said some powerful stuff tonight, honey. You done talked about your mindset. Y'all better get your mindset right. You done talked about the mental. You done talked the spiritual, uplifting yourself. Music breaks. Music is my therapy, okay?
That is me.
And then you done talked about, just how it is to just go through life, ups and downs, and how you conquer, and how you're passionate about being a servant leader.
Let's say conquering. Because I'm still.
You're conquering. But we know the story is still going on. Like it's like a whole bunch of periods. Like it's still continuing. But I'm just going to tell you here on Tiffany Talks, we are proud of entrepreneurs like you. We are proud of those that inform the community and they really want to be a service to the community. We have enough businesses, but we don't have enough people who are serving community.
Absolutely.
And thank you for that. Your service in every area.
No, thank you for having me. I enjoyed it, and it's breaking me out my little comfort zone. So.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I love that. It's in a good way. I love that. So give us some last statements. If somebody's watching you, some lady, some young man, give them something that inspires you to keep moving even when you want to quit. I always end there because I always want to give people encouragement to keep going on the race. There you go, Dominique. It's your time.
So the first thing I would say is the enemy always attacks you in the most powerful place in your life. Example, the most powerful thing in me and around me is my mind. Very intelligent, know how to get to whatever I need to get to. So the enemy tried to attack me mentally all my life. This is something I deal with constantly, consistently. I tried to kill myself when I was 23 years old, pregnant, so the enemy has always tried to attack my mind. So what I'm saying is, the place that you struggle the most, the place that is your biggest battle, that's your power. That's where God wants to use you. That's where you're going to be able to break through and climb mountains and help other people climb mountains, because you're only attacked really, really badly in those areas that God wants to use you. And I'm just starting to realize that my mind is something so powerful, and I didn't even realize it until my mom died, because that's when I started my healing, my true healing. So wherever you're being attacked, pay attention. Pay attention, because that's the area that God wants to use you.
Absolutely.
That's your breakthrough.
And Miss
So what has me, what's going to keep me going is my why, and being able to say that I overcame, that I fought the battle of depression. I fought that battle of negative thoughts. I fought the battle of feeling worthless and feeling unsure of where I need to go, and being fearful of success. We want success, but sometimes we're fearful of it. Right. Sometimes we don't even know that we really don't even want it until we reach that peak, and then we're like, oh, okay, hold up, let me just slow down a little bit, let me back off, let me but all that is mental, and that's been my most difficult struggle ever, is my mental, so now that I acknowledge it, I can only imagine what God is about to do, in my life and in the people lives around me. Because I've reached success, but not the success that I can be used by God. So I'm excited.
So, like Kendra said, amen to that. Like, this was so awesome. Hold on, this was so awesome. I heard a lot of things. I thank you so much. And I feel like, you said some things, and I want to affirm you here. Just know a thief will never break in a house if ain't nothing in there. You understand what I'm saying? So when the devil tries to tell you to take your life, he know there's something in there, right?
Oh, yes.
You're carrying a gift. And I thank you for coming on this platform. And Cheryl said, girl, you climbed the mountain. Keep pushing, conquering those obstacles. Such a beautiful spirit. Is a lot. It is a lot in store for you. Keep running this race and protect the gift, because a thief will not rob an empty house. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So thank you so much, Miss Domonique Doe.
Thank you.
From Diamond Services, honey. Financial service with top tier service to get y'all credit in order. Stop buying all that stuff. Them children don't need nothing else.
E-books now.
They need you to get wealth and investments. They don't need no more iPads. They don't need the little phone. They don't need all that. It do the same thing. Make it a smartphone. Not a.
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, love. Thank you, Queen, for coming on this platform.
Bye.
Bye. This has been another real conversation where we're talking finance, credit repair, investing in ourselves, and Miss Domonique Doe has just joined this conversation. I am so glad that you constantly come and support Tiffany Talks. We will not be where we are right now in this time without my supporters. But do me one quick little favor on this Monday motivation. Why don't y'all go and like this video? Share it. Because that's how we get views, right? And we get comments, and I can bring you more good information that keeps our community growing. This has been your girl, Tiffany S. Carter, and this has been another Tiffany Talks, where real conversations are happening, and you're absolutely a part of the conversation. I'll see y'all on Wednesday, because I have a treat for y'all, and put the kids to bed, honey, because we have sex therapists, an entrepreneur. Crystal Russell Jones coming to the platform on Wednesday. So put them children in the bed because we're going to talk about grown folk stuff and how to be in entrepreneurship, how to have intimacy in your relationships, all those different things. I'm so excited for this conversation. And I'm so glad, Kendra, that you came and you got to catch this show. Please catch more at my YouTube channel and subscribe. But thank you and have a great night and have a great week. See you Wednesday.